Well, let's talk a little bit about pushing to diamond, hitting diamond, because we've got several of you new people on that I know that's your goal, and you're trying to build a solid business and get there. And I've started the recording because I want us to be able to share this portion with those who couldn't be on. And so just as a quick review of what diamond actually is, for those of you that still aren't quite sure, all that means is that you have signed up a total of 8 coaches under you as your personally sponsored coaches. You'll need 4 on your left leg and 4 on your right leg. Out of those 4 on each side, you'll need 1 of them to also hit emerald. And so the way I like to think about it is that you're basically going to hit emerald 4 times. You know, you're going to hit it 1 time and have 2 coaches. You're going to hit it a 2nd time and have 4, a 3rd time and have 6, a 4th time and have 8. So if you can hit emerald 4 times and then teach your 8 coaches how to hit emerald, you'll be diamond. That's all it is. It's hitting emerald 4 times and teaching other people how to hit emerald. So don't overcomplicate it. It's super simple. It's just repeating the same behaviors every single day. Drink your shake, post about it. Do your workout, post about how you feel. Read or listen to personal development and share on Facebook what you learned. And then make sure you're inviting. What does inviting mean? Get on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are, and do a public post telling people when the next challenge group that you're a part of is starting, whether you're hosting it yourself or you're inviting them to your upline's challenge group. Either way is fine. Or maybe you're going to team up with another new coach and host one together. Let people know when your next group starts and when the deadline to join is, and tell them all the amazing things that are going to go on in your challenge group. Not about the products and the shake, about the experience of being in your group. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What kind of, vibe is there in there? My challenge group is heavily faith-based, and it's all about touchy-feely emotion, support, encouragement. That's my MO. Jennifer's challenge group, I imagine, is going to have a lot of fitness video demonstrations, hardcore, get off your ass and work out today. Her vibe is going to be that kind of feel. Katie's is going to be different. Everybody's going to have a little different feel. So tell people what your group is like, what they can expect from you, and what kind of results they're going to get, and how long your group lasts. Is it 3 days, 21 days, 30 days, 60 days? Let people know through a public post. Invite them to join you. Then also, the missing link for so many coaches is the private invitation. Make a list of all the people that you think need the group that you're offering. Make another list of people that you would love to hang out with, that you just want them in your group because you like them. If you were going to host a slumber party at your house, who would you invite? Who do you want to hang out with? Message those people and tell them, I want you to do this next challenge group with me because you are hilarious, and I know the other ladies in the group could use some comic relief when they're trying to lose 50 pounds doing insanity and they're dying at home in their living room. Can you be in this group and help me motivate them by being just your natural, funny self? Invite that person. It's okay if that person's already fit or doesn't need to lose weight. Tell them why you want them in your group. It doesn't have to have anything to do with them needing to lose weight. On the flip side, make that list of women who you've heard complain. I can't get this baby weight off. I can't get to the gym. My husband won't let me hire a trainer. Whatever. Make a list of those girls who are complaining about their bodies, not wanting to get on a bikini, things like that, and message them and say, hey, remember last week when we were talking about the idea of going swimsuit shopping, and we were both like, oh my gosh, I hate that. I'm going to have to get a spray tan and a personal shopper to help me find the right one. I'm starting this challenge group next month, and I really want you to do it with me. We can work on this together, and we'll get in those bikinis together, and we'll be happy about it. Private message them and invite them. And that's how you're going to get to diamond, is just being relentless. Drink your shake, post. Do your workout and post. Do personal development and post. Publicly invite people to join you, and privately invite people to join you. If you're doing those 5 things every day, you'll hit diamond within just a few weeks' time if you're consistent. Totally consistent. All right, so let's open up for a few more questions before we wrap up. Let me see what else is in the chat box here. All right, April.
What about the success partner?
Do what? Say that again.
I asked a question about having a success partner, and I'd like to answer this because I think it's vital.
Go for it.
Whenever I started as a coach, we were matched up with success partners. My success partner did not match my level of drive. My success partner now is still not matching my level of drive, and that's okay. And I told her, you know, just because you're not going as hard at it as I am right now does not mean that we can not still talk. I just need to find someone who's going to push me. You need to step out and find someone that's scary, someone that you would never consider talking to otherwise, someone who may be super successful in this business. Because those are the kind of people that you need to be hanging out with. Because when you see success, when you want success, when you work for success, you're going to go get it. And if they're a go-getter, if they're, you know, striving to be $1 million earner, they're going to push you to be $1 million earner. And you can do two things. You can either join with them or you can fall off the wagon. And my thing is, I need those people in my life because I'm going to be a 5-star by Summit. It's non-negotiable. I'm going to be making full-time income by December. It's non-negotiable. So I need the people behind me, in front of me, pushing me to get to that place. If you have dreams in this business of financial freedom, or even just being able to pay off some debt, or just have this awesome team, you need to find those people. Put kind of like a Craigslist, you know, listing, or privately message someone else and just say, I really admire everything that you do. I love seeing the way that you're driving yourself in this business. And I would be honored if I could just spend 10 minutes talking with you each day, being pushed by you, knowing that you're going to take the time to say, hey, this is what I'm doing today. Do you have time to do it with me? Or, you know, anything. It doesn't have to be anything super special. But I went out on a limb today and I met with someone I had never seen. We had met only through Facebook, and I'm sweating talking about it because I got really nervous. I'm an introvert, but I know what it's going to take to get me there. And I know that you have the potential to get there too. And I know that that's what you want, is to have financial freedom. So you don't have to be sitting at your desk right now hiding the fact that you're on a call. You can be sitting at your desk at home working like a champ. So you've got to find those big, scary people that you admire. I messaged Melissa McAllister this morning. I'm still waiting for that one back. We'll see. But you just have to step out on a limb. Katie Carter, she would be an excellent success partner because she's got it going on. She has got the mojo and she's running with it. I see your face. Don't roll your eyes. She's got what it takes. You see that in people. You find those people and you stick to them like glue. You learn from them. What are they doing? I stalk people on Facebook all the time. Mindy Winder, Lindsay Matway, like I'm constantly stalking their posts to see what they're doing, how they engage people, constantly seeing their YouTube videos, what they're doing, the mannerisms that they use that keep them from saying all the time. You know, just things like that. You've got to not become the people that you admire, but you've got to, until you get to that point where you are the person that you admire, you have to kind of take over their mindset. You're already successful in your mind. That's got to be a non-negotiable. I'm already a 5-star diamond. It's just making sure my coaches know that too, and getting them to believe that they are diamond quality material. It's a mindset mostly.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Yeah, that's great advice. Absolutely. You know, I think I heard Katie talking about success partners in 2 different ways. One, people that you see that they have strengths that you want to develop, and you stalk them, follow them, emulate them, copy what they're doing, make it your own. You know, there's that kind of behind the scenes, implicit success partner. I do the same thing. And then there's the explicit success partner, where you literally find another coach and you say, hey, can we get on the phone once a week together for 20 minutes and report to each other what we've done on the business activity tracker, our success club progress, you know, whatever it is you want to measure and track with that person, whatever goal you want to push for together. Physically get on a Zoom call, meet for coffee, get on the phone, and report in to each other what you've done that week, and kick each other's butt and say, okay, you know, you're behind schedule, or hey, good job, girl, you're ahead of schedule. What are we pushing for now? And do that for each other. 2 different, you know, ways that you can partner with people to move you forward. I will say this, do not partner with someone who's exactly like you. You know, it'll feel good because you'll get each other, but you'll run into having the same problems that neither of you has an answer to. So recently, I've decided to be an accountability partner with a girl named Melissa Gallimay. She and I are both 5-star and elite. We finished within 3 spots of each other in 2015. And she's a completely different personality type than I do. She's very blunt. She's very detail-oriented. She's a how-to kind of person. And I'm the touchy-feely, emotional, spiritual person. And we've decided to blend our efforts and push each other and complement one another because we've got different gifts. So find someone that's kind of at the same place in the business as you, that has a completely different skill set and personality. And that way you can combine your efforts and help balance each other out and push each other. So those are some of the things to look for when choosing a success partner. I do think it's absolutely essential. Even if you're like me and you're an introvert who prefers to work alone, make yourself get out there and find somebody to team up with. It will push you if you know you have to check in with them every week. Okay, other question.
Miranda.
Yeah.
Miranda.
Yeah.
Say this, when you're trying to look for a success partner, I highly suggest researching people first, just as you would do if you're researching schools to go to or anything else, because you want to know about these people first. Because if you just throw yourself in there with them, and maybe it's because just a few things you have in common, it might later on. I know I've gone through 3 success partners, and one of them completely just wasn't. We had the same type personality, but it wasn't. If I would have that person, I would have known that person was kind of holding me back from fully growing anymore. So, there's in your online office, you can go and see who's made Success Club every month, and you can just search people that way. Because I think that you need to find somebody that is maybe in your town or within like an hour distance, that maybe y'all can actually meet up in person at least once a month, or and have somebody that is so far away from you that's in a completely different world from you, because their worlds are going to be really different. But you don't have to have just one. I really think that having somebody that's close to you helps, but don't go and just start friending a bunch of coaches that are in your network or in a network very close to you. Try to find somebody in a completely different network. That way you have access to different materials, as well as you can provide them with access to different materials, and maybe y'all can get together and combine those two to share with your teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to reach outside of your team to team up with someone. And I love that you brought that in, Jennifer, because we're totally different. For me, I don't want to meet with somebody in person. I want to get on the phone or do a Zoom call. I don't want to leave my house. I don't. But for Jennifer, that's something that's important to her, that someone be kind of local where she can go see them face to face. So do it your way. Consider your personality, your schedule, your lifestyle, your preferences. And there's somebody out there that's a perfect fit for you. And if it doesn't work out, do it on a temporary basis. Say, let's do this for 30 days and see how it goes. And let's push hard for diamond in the next 30 days. And then we'll see if we want to continue working together after that. It's a business relationship, really. And it could cultivate into a friendship, but it's okay if it doesn't. It's totally fine. That's what I've done in the past with success partners is, like a few years ago, I did a big recruiting campaign with a girl from Arizona who's on a completely different team. And as we worked together for those 2 months, I realized that she wasn't matching my pace, and we would get on the phone together and she would pick my brain and ask me a gazillion questions on how to do better, and I got nothing from it. So I haven't worked with her again. So keep boundaries on it for a set period of time. And if during that time you start to realize it's not a good fit for you, it's okay to say, this was awesome working with you. I think I'm going to work alone for a little while, and then maybe we'll get back together later, just an easy breakup kind of thing. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's your business, and you're in charge of making sure it keeps moving forward. Good questions. Good conversation. Wanted to get to another question on here in the chat box. When you message people and you see they have seen the message but are not responding, do you follow up, and if so, how? I have lots of people and I'm getting crickets. It is discouraging. You know, in that kind of situation, I just assume they're as busy as I am. Sometimes it looks like I've read a message because maybe my kid was on my phone and clicked on my Messenger app and clicked on stuff, and it looks like I've seen it, but I never saw it. Or I started to read it and I got interrupted and I never responded because I forgot about it. Don't assume they're rejecting you by not answering. Don't assume that. Assume that they're busy like you are and they just haven't had the chance to sit down and respond yet. Send them a follow-up message and say, hey girl, I certainly don't want to bug you and I don't want to be that naggy friend, but I just wanted to make sure you got that last message from me because I know how Facebook Messenger, you know, can be. And sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. I'd love to hear more about that weekend trip to Beaver's Bend that you guys took. What kind of cabins did you stay in? Did you guys have fun? So follow up and ask if they got it, and then ask a secondary question about something that's going on in their life. That way they're going to get back to you one way or the other. Okay? So don't assume that it's rejection or that they're ignoring you. That's making it all about you. Very common coach mistake. It's not about you. It's about them and their life. And 9 times out of 10, they just got busy and forgot or they never saw it. Very, very rarely are they actually like perturbed and annoyed by you. And if they are, most of the time they're going to tell you, don't ever message me again. They'll let you know. If they're honestly totally put out with you, they'll tell you if they're that kind of person. So yeah, just follow up.
Another thing you can do is, if a lot of times certain memes or certain quotes or certain scriptures remind you of somebody and their situations, like just message them with that meme or the screenshot or the scripture or whatever, and just say, hey girl, this totally reminded me of you and I had to share it with you. Because that is a great conversation starter where it has absolutely nothing to do with anything you've ever talked about before. And then you can finish your conversation and go on to where you left off when it's appropriate.
For sure. Absolutely. And if it was someone that reached out to you initially or clicked going on your event page, then just gently reach out and remind them, say, hey, I know you were really interested in getting this challenge group. The deadline is Friday and I don't want you to miss out. I know life gets busy. You probably didn't even see that last message from me. So I wanted to make sure I take care of you and get you in this group because I know your goals are really important to you right now. That's another way to follow up. Just, take care of people. We all need a reminder, I pulled this card out of my wallet earlier reminding me that my kids have a dentist appointment end of next week. And I totally forgot about it, and I don't think the dentist would be offended if I told him I forgot about this appointment because it's not about him, right? He's doing his job. It's up to me to find this card, remember, and show up. But I guarantee you a few days before the appointment, they're going to call me and say, reminder, your kids have a dentist appointment. And that's what you're doing. You're a business owner and someone has asked for your help or they engaged with you in some way. And it's totally fine to follow up 2, 3, 4 times and continue to take care of that person. Show them good customer service. Be there for them. It's not annoying if you do that. And if they're annoyed, again, they'll tell you. They'll block you from messaging them or they'll say, shut up and leave me alone. I hate you. And that's okay. Totally fine. They just took themselves out of your life and off your list, and you can move on to the next person. Okay, any final questions before we wrap up? I don't want to keep you guys much longer. We're kind of going long today. Any final questions?
And just nuts and bolts kind of question. What, as at this point, what do I need to be paying attention to in my office area? Anything specific as far as if someone's fixing to go inactive, if someone has canceled their order? Where do I find that sort of information to kind of pay attention to check in on, to kind of be aware of so that I can either message or prevent or question or,
Sure thing. Yeah. Go to the My Business tab and click on sponsorship drill down.
Yeah.
And that's where I go to check on my team. Every day I check on my team. You can see your own personally sponsored coaches, and if they have a downline, you can click on the plus sign by their name, and it'll show you the coaches under them to show you if someone's going to lose Emerald rank. or if they are projected inactive, it will be in red. It'll say inactive in red, and that doesn't mean they're inactive now. They're projected inactive. So you can check on their order and see if maybe there was a problem or a delay. If their Shakeology order didn't process due to a credit card number info or something, you can check in with them before Wednesday night when everything's final to make sure that everything's on the up and up with your team. And as far as what else to look at, it depends on what your goals are. If your goal is rank, for you, Katie, right now, it looks like you're getting your husband's account close to diamond, so you'll be 1-star soon, which is incredible and amazing. I would work with, your business builder on your other leg. Her name's Jessica, right? Yeah, work with her on getting close to diamond, and you'll be near 2-star probably in time to get the second quarter bonus in July, which would be awesome. The 2-star bonus is anywhere from $800 to $1,000. Just play money right there. You can use it to pay down debt or take a vacation or whatever. So it kind of depends on your goal. If your goal is 2-star, work hard to get your husband's account to diamond and work on Jessica, helping her get to diamond. If your goal is income, then we need to look at your power leg and your weak leg and kind of tweak your volume and figure out where you need to be building for income. You can build for income and rank at the same time. It just kind of depends on what your goals are. And so you and I probably need to have like a one-on-one to talk about that, where you want to go next.
Okay.
But those are kind of some of the things that you should be kind of tossing around in your mind. Like, what do I want to do now? What are my goals? What do I want this to do for me? And everybody is in that, in that same position as you're pushing for diamond. Diamond rank, let me just say this, is not the end of the line. Diamond rank is the beginning of having a serious business. 2-star is your first big business goal. So don't hit diamond to go, oh, now all of a sudden I'm a leader. I've got to change how I'm doing everything. No. Diamond is just a stepping stone to have a moment where you say, okay, what I'm doing is working. I'm getting the maximum team cycle bonus from Beachbody every week. And if you don't understand that yet, it's okay. But just trust us. You need to get to diamond if you're working on any kind of income goal at all. Get to diamond. But once you hit diamond, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Keep doing the same things that you're doing. Those 5 things I told you. Drink your shake and post. Do your workout and post. Do personal development. Share what you're learning. Invite publicly and invite privately. Keep doing those 5 things and have 2-star be your big business goal. Once you hit 2-star, you'll start seeing serious income, and it just explodes from there. Explosive growth after that. So keep that in mind, and it all boils down to just hitting emerald over and over and over again. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it harder than it is. Just keep hitting emerald again and again and again, and teach your no coaches how to hit emerald. Everything revolves around that.
I think that we lost Katie, didn't we?
Yeah, she had to jump off, but I'm recording, so it's okay.
Well, there's, when you go to your online office and you go to your graphic view or whatever, where you see everybody that even your coach has signed, it's not a bad idea to look at those people and look them up on Facebook, because you have no idea who they are, and just connect with them and just say, hey, I noticed that we're on the same team. What program are you doing? Or what's your favorite shake? I'm new at this, yada, yada, yada. Because if you see them underneath you, they are new as well. Like, they are just brought on. Because if those people stay active, then that means your team cycle bonus stays afloat. And if they're not active, then it's going to drop off, and it's really going to affect your team cycle bonus. That's just something that another coach had brought to my attention, and I never thought about it because they're not really my personally sponsored coaches, but they are part of our team somehow, somewhere, and they may need somebody just to reach out to them for, something simple, some kind of encouragement along the way, just as you might need that as well.
Any other final thoughts or questions from anyone? Again, I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed. Most common word for new coaches and coaches that are pushing for diamond to say, I'm so overwhelmed. I just don't know what to do. So when you find yourself in that situation, embrace the overwhelm. Realize that just means you're growing, and that's okay. You're not the only person that has ever felt that way in this business, and that's actually a good thing because it means you're confronting the information, you're thinking about your goals, and you're present and you're accounted for in our team pages and our trainings. And do the next right thing. And when you don't know what the next right thing is, do one of those 5 I told you. The 3 vital behaviors are built into everything that we do. And just stay in contact with your team. Get with your upline. Go to your Coach Online office. My favorite thing to do is go to YouTube and I'll search up whatever I'm struggling with. You know, Beachbody coaching team cycle bonus, if I want to learn more about that, if you know, creating income. And I'll watch a ton of YouTube videos until I have my mind wrapped around it. And then I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. So advocate for yourself, know where your weaknesses are, know where you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, and take responsibility to ask the questions that will allow you to feel better and know what to do next. I would challenge all of you to set a deadline on Diamond. You can do it in 2 weeks, you can do it in 30 days, but I wouldn't stretch your goal much beyond that, because the further you put that date out there, the more you feel like you can wait on action. Give yourself a date that makes you nervous. Set it for 2 weeks from now and strive for it and fight for it. Like if you don't hit it on that 2-week deadline, you're fired. You know, that you're going to fire yourself. Give yourself a deadline that makes you nervous and then fight like hell to get there. And that's really the way to hit Diamond. It's not hard. It's a decision that you make, and then you take action steps to get there. And that's the biggest thing I can tell you, is to make the decision to hit it. Take the action steps to get there. Ask for help along the way as you figure out what kind of help you need, and just go for it. The worst thing that's going to happen is you get close and it takes you an extra week to hit it. You know, that's still success. Very much still success. All right, guys, thank you for being on today. If you guys have any other questions, go to Team Fresh and Fit, the family, where I am, and you can ask questions in there. You can tag your upline or go to your own coach's team page and ask questions in there. People are more than willing to help share with you what's worked for them. So the worst thing you do is sit back and be quiet and not ask questions and just doubt yourself. Don't do that, because you'll surely fail if you do that. Reach out, ask questions, get the help you need, and every single one of you is 100% capable of a diamond level business and beyond. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't believe it. I wouldn't give you my time if I didn't believe in you and think it was possible for you. So you guys have an awesome rest of the day. Thanks for being on, and we will see you in the training group.